I grabbed because it was cute. I grabbed a Kinder chocolate thing one Christmas or Easter, and it had a polar bear in it. And I got that, and I left that on the bed, and he had no interest in it. I think it's because the bat is black. He's in love with it. And as a side point, when I've posted these pics before, go look at my Twitter account, palanai_videos. You can find a link in the description of videos. I think so. Failing that, it's on my YouTube channel itself. But I posted the videos. Sorry. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I posted pictures of him as a kitten, and he looks like a little, there's just like a vaguely battish thing about his face. It's so precious. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. When I get a chance, I love gushing about my cat. He's precious. But let's continue, because I know this might seem boring, but it just seems really interesting to see basically the talent tree I'll be leveling for quite a bit of the game. There is a prestige class you can get, but that's at like level 20 something. So, or level 20. And I'm still at level 1, and I've ran 2 dungeons now. So, yeah, I'll be at this for a bit. I remember TB was talking about this before, like, he was giving like an estimate, like rank level 6 is the equivalent to like level 20 in old WoW or something. I can't remember. You'd have to look up some of his few videos on DDO. I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't the one about the rogues the rogues hideout, though. The thieves hideout one. It was the other one. I think he's only done 2. It's been a while since I looked. We've read that before. Now this, seriously, fucking seriously. Some fuck is revving their fucking Harley. Or maybe that's a chainsaw. I could say a few things right now, but I don't think it'll be appropriate. Sorry, I'm just a little grumpy because I've been trying to record this since like it's 7:30, 8, and then some fucks just starts revving their fucking bike. Seriously, shove it up your ass. Oh, sorry, I should. That's rude. Your head has taken up residency there. Plus 2 for all attacks. Your Slayer of Evil now deals 3d6 light damage. Slayer of Evil 3. It grants 4 to attack evil creatures and deals 5d6 light damage that scales with melee power. Is that only to evil? Presumably. That's the one issue with this thing. This is only to evil creatures. You're not necessarily only killing evil. I'd imagine. The stipulation is irrelevant otherwise. Maybe you'll go up against neutral creatures at some stage. I question you ever fighting a good character. Then again, logically, I could see good characters coming into blows with each other. Like I said, someone who's a lawful paladin lawful good paladin might necessarily have the same perspective as another lawful good paladin. Like I remember seeing an explanation of lawful good before, that they see the law as the best way of achieving good for a population. Well, it's certainly possible, at least from my uneducated perspective, that for a paladin to perceive if it's the law, that therefore it must be good. Something simplistic. And thusly the two would come into blows. Like say if one didn't find a law to be, good for the populace. Just because someone's lawful good doesn't mean they must endorse slavery, for example. They may see that as an evil law. So anyway, but the game mightn't go in that direction, mightn't play that way. Certainly from what little I'm seeing from the expansions of Time Gone Past, it certainly looks like a pretty, you're fighting evil people kind of thing. But anyway, 5d6 light damage that scales 100% with melee power. You now resist evil influences by a +4, and your vorpal hits deal against undead do an additional 500 damage. Keep in mind, you have to, like, by the time you get to here, you have to be level 20. Here is 18 with 30 points spent. Here's 40. You gain 4 charisma and 10 melee power. The bonuses granted by Courage of Heaven are increased by an additional 2. Any weapon you wield is considered good aligned for purposes of bypassing damage reduction. Your Slayer of Evil now deals 7d6 light damage, and that scales with 100% melee power. Meaning you grab 7 6-sided dice, and you roll them. 7 6-sided dice, and you roll them, and what comes up is the amount of damage the enemy takes on top of everything else you've done. This is extra turning. You gain per each rank of this. You gain an additional use of turn undead per rest. Well, this is, you count as 1 level higher when turning undead and add 2 to the number of hit dice turned. Basically, I think when you're doing turn undead, only so many undead get turned each time. I'm guessing from the latter bit. So that basically means more get turned, I guess. I think they're back to revving their fucking bike. I think my chair is vibrating slightly. Nah, it's probably just, me moving, slightly. Or, something. And you counting as levels higher is probably a way of bypassing resistances or whatever. Some resist effect. Your turn undead now also deals 6d6 light damage to nearby undead. And you can, as you go up in that, it can do 18d6 to nearby undead. That is fantastic. That sounds awesome. Of course, it could do literally 18 damage. But it could also do fantastically more. Right, multiply 18 by 6. That's presuming you get really lucky in one way or really unlucky, depending. This is 2. Each rank of this gives you an additional 2 removed disease uses per rest. This gives you an additional. Each rank gives you an additional 2 uses of Smite Evil per rest. This is an attack boost, which is an ability. Activate to gain a +6 action bonus. Action boost bonus to hit for 20 seconds. And it's 4, 6, and 8 in order of rank 1, 2, and 3. Divine Might, which is an ability you can pop. You gain an insight bonus, strength equal to your charisma modifier for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 20 seconds. There's also a Sorry, they're still revving the Harley. Sorry, I'm trying to restrain myself right now. Oh, thankfully they finally fucked off. I thought they pissed off earlier because I heard it getting a bit more distance, but now they've actually they've finished revving, they've finished overcompensating, and they fucked the hell off. As you might gather, I can be quite grumpy. So when some fucks interrupting this, I get kind of grouchy. Just a little. Just a little. Like, I know they're well within their rights to do so, it's just the constant repetitive sound really does my head in. Like, seriously. Think happy thoughts, Palnai, think happy thoughts. For a moment I thought they were back. Remove fear from nearby allies. You and the affected allies gain 2 morale bonus to will saves versus fear, 1 morale bonus to attack and damage for 60 seconds. Are they fucking back? I think they just keep cycling around at their Harley. You probably don't hear it. It's too distant. It's kind of muffled by the walls, but I can hear it well damn enough. I'm sorry. I know this is taking long enough. Don't worry. I'm probably giving you a few bonus videos here to compensate. You know, if I was a religious man, I'll probably be praying to someone to strike them down already. Yo, Ares, big boy. You know, fancy dropping a sword over them. Thanks. And yes, anyway, the bonus is double as time goes. Well, the save versus fear doubles as time goes on. The others just go up by 1 point. And the cooldown remains the same of 3 minutes, and the other, and says a minute bonus, minute duration. Exalted Cleave. I don't understand the difference between having this and a normal cleave. Maybe it factors in with something else. Maybe there's like some other synergy that you don't get with a normal cleave. Because right now it seems weird. Like I had cleave on my other paladin. Why would I use this over that? Why wouldn't I put those 3 points towards this, for example? You activate to gain a plus 10 action boost to melee/range power for 20 seconds, and it goes up 10 each time. 1 to charisma or strength, you choose. 1 to charisma or strength. Exalted Smite. I misclicked. An improved Smite evil that adds plus 1 to your weapon's critical damage modifier. And it's same with the second one, but with slightly reduced cooldown. And the third one reduces cooldown and gives it makes it plus 2. Interesting. Using this ability, you call on the Paladin's ability to strike down evil creatures, gaining twice your charisma bonus to your attack roll, and a damage bonus based on your Paladin's level. Smites return at a rate of 1 every 30 seconds. Vigor of Life. Plus 20 positive healing amplification, minus 20 negative healing amplification. And it seems to be the same way the whole way along. The fucking bike again! This is why I record at night, folks, because then there's no people around to bother me. I'm not sure if it's factoring in right now, but I've OCD. And sounds, especially constant, repetitive sounds that I can do nothing about, really get in on me. Like they probably do anyone else, but I feel, due to the OCD, probably a little worse. They just trigger the hell out of me. What, are they humping an electricity pole out there? Sound it's making. Giving up some of your life force to win the battle, you empower your next blow against your foe. This attack increases the critical multiplier of your weapon by 1, and deals an additional 5d6 light damage, but costs you 5 hit points and 1 SP spell point, whether or not the attack is successful. And the cost stays the same the entire way, while the improvements get better. The critical modifier stays by 1, but you do instead of doing 5d6, you do 7d6, then 9d6. And now here is Passion. On damage, gain 5 temporary spell points when you strike an undead or evil outsider with this attack, and that just goes to 10, then 15. It's not really that great. It's some temporary spell points. I'd have preferred some temporary healing or something. Your paladin your paladin remove disease ability now applies a lesser restoration. and each rank improves the rate of restoration, the type of restoration, I should say. And we've already seen that. You gain on rope roll stun chaotic evil outsiders for 3 seconds. Your Sensor Demons now applies to all chaotic or evil outsiders. Passive plus 5 damage. Holy Retribution. Let's look at the. Already looked at you. Your Smite Evil and Exalted Smite abilities increase melee power by 5 for 10 seconds. You're immune to energy drain. Avenging Cleave. And for some reason they have a typo there. Great Cleave. It's great as an E. With Avenging Cleave, all damaged enemies gain 1 stack of vulnerability. Vulnerability means they take 1% more damage for 3 seconds. It stacks up to 20 times and loses 1 stack on exploration. And with each improved rank of Avenging Cleave, it goes from +1 to +3 to +5. The damage bonus thing. And here's Holy Retribution. Executes a powerful Holy Strike against the target that deals 1 W damage. On damage, evil creatures with less than 1000 hit points have a 50% chance to make a forced will save or be destroyed. The DC is 10 plus Paladin level plus Charisma modifier. On a successful save, the affected creature takes 100 holy damage from this attack, as well as -6 to all ability scores for 10 seconds. This also recharges 1 Smite Evil. And as this goes up, the only change it seems is the plus to the damage. So that's these two. I've gone on for long enough on this regard, so maybe I shouldn't look there too much longer. That's nice. You gain 1 hit point and 1 positive energy spell power for each action point you spend in this tree. Each Sacred Defender core ability you possess grants +2 fortification, 2% fortification. When you have a shield equipped, you gain +1 to hit and your damage with your main hand weapon and with your shield bash attacks. Also, what's this again? Know the angles. I don't even know what ability that is. Is it even here in the Paladin trees? I'm just gonna go through these. You might be able to pause them if you're quick enough. I will be reading these at another stage. Knight of the Chalice just seems to me to be the one that I'm to go into. I'm thinking right now of just being a two-hander paladin, because I feel like having a shield makes me feel like too much of a tank. So I prefer to be just a two-hander person. Then there's this one here, which I probably won't use. Because... here it is. Know the angles. You gain an insight bonus to damage and the DC of tactical fleets equal to half your intelligence modifier for 30 seconds. And then the time increases. So, damage and DC of tactical feats. Well, this is an insight bonus to strength equal to your charisma modifier. For me, this one's better. Intelligence isn't probably one of my high stats. No. And it's half my modifier. My modifier is 1. Well, sorry, -1, so no. Ooh, actually I never spent the point. And the knife thrower one, I'll get to at some stage. But, no. This. We'll start with Knight of the Chalice. So. Accept. Close. Yeah, sorry about reading all that. Yeah. I just wanted to go through that and see what it's